Yep.
and bought some earrings. Probably paid like 90% over.
Yeah.
The actual
Way
retail
more.
prices are probably about 10%, or maybe not the retail price. The value is probably 10% of what I paid. But it was a contribution to Refugees International essentially. And I came down for the final event, the silent auction. And I bought some items there, and that was a lot of fun. Both of those were a lot of fun to just be able to go and meet some interesting people and see the reality show, the quote-unquote reality show in real life.
Do you ever think you'd want to do it, be on Celebrity Apprentice?
Oh, I don't think they'd want me on Celebrity Apprentice. I don't think I'd want to be on it either.
No?
Not after that. I've actually, I've been on some reality shows, and they're usually not as real as they try, as everybody pretty much knows. But that show even more so, because it's supposed to be a competition,
Right.
but it really, everything is up to whatever Donald Trump says. So if he
Right.
likes you, if he was a friend, if he's your friend, or he thinks picking you is going to help him in some way, then he'll do that. And that's a little unfortunate.
Yeah.
If it's a reality show, like I was on an episode of The Casino, which was filmed at the Golden Nugget a few years back, and it was kind of they kind of played games with me, and they ended up not letting me play blackjack at all and kicking me out of the casino, and then making it like this huge thing, like they had some inside information that I was going to come with some of my MIT buddies and play blackjack, when it was like their own TV crew that gave the casino the information.
Weird.
So I've seen like the other end, that side of the reality show myself firsthand in the past, and so I know what can happen. But that's a show. It's not a competition.
Right.
When it's a competition, you should, even if it's for charity, you still got to play by the rules,
Right.
or have some rules, or have And it seems like they changed a lot of the rules to make it so that Joan would win, and
I agree
Donald,
with that,
he just would Joan should have been fired 2 or 3 times before the final. So, it was, I guess, pretty clear that he wanted her to win from the beginning.
All right, as we all know, you're a player who's not afraid to stand up for causes, the most notably the WPT boycott. What, in your opinion, is the biggest issue plaguing poker today?
Well, the biggest issue right now for poker is to try to get the online poker bills through Congress and passed and signed by the president, and so that we don't have to live in this gray area right now. So we can open it up, and right now, none of the sites want to, or they're all very reluctant to go and sponsor tournaments here in the United States and sponsor Americans. So instead, a lot of that money is going to sponsor Europeans and other, non-Americans. And that's a little bit unfortunate, because there are a lot of American poker players, and it'd be great for poker in general, especially in the United States, if we can get that passed.
Right. And the WPT boycott, that's over. You're playing the WPTs again, right?
We've settled with the WPT, and I'm happy to be playing WPT tournaments again. I did manage to actually cash in one, and I went relatively deep in the WPT championship, and then got knocked out on day 3, and I think you had to make middle of day 4 to make it into the money,
right? Which
is kind of crazy, but yeah.
All right, I read that you once, and I didn't know this before this, you were a crew member on a yacht that sailed from New York to St. Petersburg, Russia.
Yep.
How did you get involved with that?
Actually, it was something my sister had been working on, although I still had to apply for it and get accepted. And it was back when I was still a student at MIT, and she organized this. This was when actually St. Petersburg was still Leningrad. So it was still the Soviet Union. Okay. And it was a way of trying to bridge the gap between the two countries. It was a uniting the two groups for peace and the environment. And we sailed on a 156-foot schooner from New York City South Street Seaport. Wow. The first stop was supposed to be Leningrad, but we got into a storm, and they broke our boom and came crashing down in the storm.
What?
And we had to make a detour to Lunenburg, Nova Scotia, and get our boat fixed, and then continue on our way. So we made it in one piece after getting fixed.
Yeah, was that scary?
No, that was a little bit scary at the time. In the storm and the boat's going like this. I mean, it's really kind of. And you know, you have like these big whole like they like manhole covers, and these things are just flying up and down. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, it's kind of like an earthquake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh, but worse, I would think.
Well, kind of worse because like you're stuck in the middle of the ocean. I mean. Yeah.
All right, last question. What's the deal with the cowboy hat?
The cowboy hat. Well, the first couple of times I wore it was just as a costume, going out, Halloween costume, that kind of thing. And then I decided to wear it as a disguise in my blackjack DVD, where I was disguised as a Irish rock star.
I remember that. Yeah.
And that making that DVD was fun. And then I just decided, like after that, maybe I'll try wearing it once playing poker just to see what happens. And I lost with aces against aces to Eric Lindgren, heads up in or it wasn't heads up by that point, but all the money was in pre-flop on a tournament at the Red Rock that was televised. And so I just decided, okay, I'll wear it during the World Series a little bit just to prove that it's not unlucky.
You have to take that off. Be
and then I won $1 million with it a few weeks later. So
then you keep it on.
Yeah.
All right, Andy. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.